Most of the struggle you face aren't really happening out here, but right here, inside your own mind. We can be prisoners of our thoughts, locked in pattern of fear, doubt, and anxiety, all while holding the keys to our own freedom. I've been there because for years I've let my mind control me. I believe every thought, every fear, and every limitation it whispers to me. And for a while, it kept me stuck. I was trapped in my own self doubt, replaying past mistakes, fearing the future. And then I realized something powerful. I am not my thoughts, and neither are you. Hear me out when I say I'm not my thoughts. I mean, I don't believe my thoughts anymore, and you can do the same. For a long time, while I was either worrying about the past, I experienced a lot of depression and sadness. And when I was worrying about the future, I was so anxious until I started focusing on the present. There's a lot of things that I've done over the years to get me where I'm at today. I felt trapped each and every day, and I had no idea how to change that. Because most of us live on autopilot, reacting to our thoughts. I'm not good enough, I'll never be successful. And you know what get us a lot of the times? When I receive this, I will be happy. Or when I reach this place in life, I'll be happy. That cannot be far from the truth. And I do want to say, just because you think something, that don't make it true. I went down a rabbit hole. I went reading books after books after books. Everybody know this book. I read so much books trying to figure out, trying to see how I can help myself, how I can break free of being a prisoner to myself. One thing I've learned from all of those books is that it starts here. I have been trapped in my mind for so much years. And after giving birth, it became worse. A place where I didn't want it to be. I didn't know how to escape it, even though I held the keys. And I want you to notice our thoughts is like clouds. It continues to pass by, temporary and constantly shifting. And the problem is we identify with them so much that we let them control our emotions or action or even our entire life. For a very long time, for months, that was me. My thoughts was controlling my everyday. I was telling myself I wasn't good enough. I am ugly. How could my husband love someone like me? Or if like my family would be better if I just leave because I am just such a mess every single day. And I would keep adding on every single day to the point where I didn't recognize myself. That I had to do something to come out of it. I had to. Think of your mind like a wildfire. When you're caught in it, it tosses you around, pulling you into stress, overthinking, and most of all, fear. But the one thing that really helps me, along with reading all these different books and learning more about our mind and how it works and how it impacts our life, is also incorporating mindfulness. And I stand by this 100%. This has truly helped me. When I started mindfulness, it allowed me to step onto a riverbank, noticing that I don't need to be swept away by every current. You can watch your thoughts flow by without getting swept up in it. And that was so powerful to me. Mindful practice and everything that I've read solidify everything. And that is when I started to see a change in my life every single day. Now, you probably watch videos, and I probably have made videos talking about all these different things that you can do to change your life. But it all comes down with your thought, what you believe, and our belief turn into action. I stopped believing my thoughts, especially when they were negative, and I started changing it. When I started practicing mindfulness, there's a couple of things that I did, and I really had to break free of that illusion that I have. First thing you need to do is notice these stories your mind tell you. So when you start to feel anxious, and oh my goodness, I'm anxious, I feel so anxious, what is going on? Take a breath and ask yourself. And don't say, what was causing me to feel like this? What thoughts are causing this feeling? So you see the separation there? Is it true, or is it just a habit my mind has created? After reading and doing your work, when you ask yourself those questions, it is a habit that your mind created. And over time, as you practice mindfulness, those habits can be broken. Creating space between you and your thoughts will help. Instead of reacting immediately, just take a breath. Observe the thought without judgment. what happens if you don't eat? You're gonna starve, right? Eventually, after a certain amount of days, you're gonna die. That is the same thing when it comes to those negative thoughts. Stop feeding your negative thoughts. You need to starve those negative thoughts. So eventually, it will die. And this is the one thing that has really transformed everything. And I can sit here and feel good about myself and know where I'm about and know who is queen and not be a prisoner to my thoughts anymore. And that is one thing I recommend anyone to do is anchor yourself in the present. You're going to find out the truth is you were never truly trapped and the door was never locked. The key was always in your hands. You just had to become aware of it. And that is what mindfulness taught me, along with all the books I've read. I needed to be aware of what is happening in my body. And if this message resonates with you, let me know in the comment section. And let me know what's one thought you are ready to stop believing.